And today, again, as the other couple of days, it's coffee with Dano or breakfast with Dano, whatever. I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much um, for supporting this channel, for jumping on these lives and showing some love. I appreciate it. My monitors, my admin, all those people that make the show go around, I truly appreciate it. So, happy Friday. Um, Hope you guys start. A lot of people look at this as like there we go. There's one of my mods. Thank you, brother. Good morning. But as I was saying, I just hope everybody has a great start to their weekend. Be safe. If you're working, be extra safe. If you're in an area that's going to have a lot of hot weather, hot, muggy, sticky, gross weather, stay hydrated out there. Before I get into more of it, Chavez, what's going on, buddy? Oh, we got 6 people popping on. How you been, man? Man, thank you so much for being a mod on the channel. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I think I'm going to do this every day, except for Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know. I might do it Saturdays, too. I don't know. All right, go water that garden. Any big plans for anybody out there over the weekend? I got a birthday party to go to tomorrow. I'm super stoked about that. It's my grandson's birthday party tomorrow. So what are we going to talk about this morning, guys? I mean, I got some plans. I'll wait for a couple more people to pop on, and then I will kind of go into some detail on what's going on tonight. I've got a live stream going on tonight, you guys. I'll be interviewing Luca T. Jacobs. She's a renowned author in the cryptid field. She does a lot of fiction writing. She has done a book where she's collected stories from people and made that into a book. So, hold on a second. I'm doing a live stream. You're going to be on camera.
Cryptid podcast is the greatest ever.
Get out of here. That's a buddy of mine. That's a buddy of mine I work with. So, yeah, you guys, I mean, it totally blew my mind. So, tomorrow night, I'm also doing a live stream, as usual. It's an 8:30 Central Standard Time. You guys, I have a creepy. Nah, man, he's a really nice guy. He's one of those people, man, that will do anything for you. Like, he's the type of guy that'll give you the shirt off his back and wouldn't even ask for anything in return. He's a super nice guy. So, Matty B, the shout outs for you if you watch this later. So, I appreciate you, man. So, you guys, I got a real creepy story that I'm going to be covering. Well, amongst other ones I'm going to be covering. But tomorrow night, I'm covering the story. It's called the East Texas Golem. Now, I've watched this video a few times, and I've saved it. And the reason I've saved it so I can keep on watching it, and I don't have to read it off paper. I want to memorize this whole story. But you guys, this is one of the creepiest stories that I've ever seen or heard in my life. And the visual for this story, I wish I had the ability to create a whole little mini like animated show for this for this story. But you guys, it is a creepy story. I really don't know how to describe it. I don't want to give it away. So tune in tomorrow night, 8:30 Central Standard Time, to hear that story. That story is bananas. I'm also going to be interviewing tomorrow a young lady. She's not quite sure what she's dealing with. So we're going to talk about that. And then tomorrow night, probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock, maybe even 9:30, I'm going to be on Boone County Cryptids. Wyatt Estes, it's his show. He asked if I would come on. He's been a real great supporter of the channel, so I'll be on that show to, return that support. Come on now, I see like 9 people jumped on. I even see jumped up to 11 people. So what's going on? You guys got me for like another 50 minutes before I have to go into work. So yesterday kicked off pretty good. Chavez, what do you got planned for tomorrow? Cryptid Seeker, what's up? How you doing? What are your plans for this weekend, Cryptid Seeker? Got some really cool emails as well. I got an email from another Air Force security policeman. Doing good myself. Listen to live tomorrow is my only plans. You're camping, Cryptid. You're camping. Nice. Personally, I shall sleep tomorrow. Too tired after night shift. Well, from what I can see, I wish I could read. I don't want to just. Is that China? Is that Japanese or Chinese? I'm not sure. I don't know what your name is, but I agree, man. When you work a night shift, all you want to do is when you get home is maybe get something to drink, maybe a quick bite to eat, take a nice hot shower, and then hit the rack and go to sleep. Yeah, Cryptid Seeker. I used to camp all the time. My body is just not built anymore for tent camping. I've got it glamping. That's what I got to do. Give me a nice little cabin, maybe a nice little RV or something like that, and I'll be good to camp. But other than that, me sleeping on the ground, the next day, I may be dead tired from hiking around and whatnot, crawl into my sleeping bag, and just have an amazing day. And then when I hit the rack, I might fall asleep just instantly, but after maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep, if I get that, I'll be waking up. My back will be killing me and stuff like that. You've been a viewer for a while. Nice. Awesome. You haven't chatted much. That's no problem, but at least you're chatting right now. We're going to a cabin. I'm 52. Partially. I'm a disabled vet. It's like my knees are just horrible. Things like that. But, I think if I do any more camping, I'm definitely, I definitely want to go out and do some investigating and just see what I can see, what I can hear, get some pictures of some things, hopefully find a track, cast that track, print, whatever you want to call it, maybe find some, structures. That'd be kind of cool. So, hey, no problem, man. It was a pleasure to serve, man. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I wish I wouldn't have got injured. That way I could still stay in it. I wanted to retire. I wanted to be a lifer. And it's funny, a lot of people say, I only served 4 years and I only did my 4 so I can get out, and blah, blah, blah. And, a lot of people hated basic training. I loved basic training. And I'll be honest with you, like right around the 3rd week of training, I knew I wanted to be a lifer. So, yeah, a lot of my family are vets as well. Pretty much everybody in my family. My mother, my father, my grandfather, cousins, uncles, are all veterans. So let's talk cryptids. You guys, bring people in. Let them know I'm live. This is for you guys. Every single. No kidding. Was she really? She's military police in the Army? That's awesome. That's awesome. See, that's so cool, man. That's cool. Let's see here. Cloud Nectar. Have Sasquatch mastered metabolism in a way we can't imagine? You know what I imagine they have? Uh, could you imagine having the metabolism of a Sasquatch? I mean, they're constantly on the move, but holy smokes. Imagine how fast they burn through stuff. That'd be crazy. Well, I mean, I'm sure if we went back to hunter gatherers, think about that. I mean, they were constantly on the move, you know. And through time, we just got lazy. So, but just let you guys know, if this is the first time on, my name's Dano. I'm the host of the Cryptid podcast. I drop new episodes every Wednesday and Friday, so we got one dropping today. We got a Dogman encounter dropping today, which is gonna be kind of cool, you guys. It was a really interesting story. It was good having the guest on. He's a really nice guy. But check it out. I drop them every every Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Imagine I probably have a tablet of Sasquatch. Constantine, what's up? I got your email, man. I kind of glanced over it. I'm gonna read it more in depth when I have like some dedicated time. I have had any sightings. I did have a couple of questionable occurrences back in '93 and '03. Really? Questionable occurrences? Like what's kind of just the basis of it? What are your questionable occurrences? Sienna, how's it going? Hi all, wish I could hang. Work though. Well, thanks for popping in. Jojo, what's up, Jojo? Good day. Our Bonnie Lass. Oh, you're from Russia. Just learned that my former classmate passed away in Ukraine. Man, that's sad to hear, man. You know, I was in the military and I would do what my job needed me to do, but man, I just wish that we didn't have anything like that. Jose Lopez, what's up, buddy? Great to see you too. Hey, I'm gonna have Luca T. Jacobs. I'm doing a live stream, so you guys are all popping in. What's up, partner? What's up, partner? Hey, so I'm doing a live stream tonight at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and I'm gonna have Luca T. Jacobs on. She's a fictional writer in the cryptid community. She has done a book where she's had people tell her or send in their stories. So, but yeah. So I'll be doing a live stream tonight as well, you guys, at 7:30 Central Standard Time, where I'll have a guest on. There'll be a Q&A. So definitely jump on in the live, check it out. If you haven't done so already, when you get a chance to, check out other content if you guys are new. And if I earn your subscription, please subscribe. What's up there, grease bag? I'm working, Buffalo. Lopez, where am I at, man? I am in Minnesota. Just subscribe, cool hat. Thanks, man. Is it Peckham Poe? Where are you from? I'd like to know where everybody is. What time is it there? It is, where am I at here? It is 6:58. Yeah, I'm Central Time Zone. Hey, thank you so much. George R.R. Martin. Steven Stewart, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Now I got a lot of people coming in here. Central Illinois. Okay, guys, so here we go. Listen up. Always sad. I'm back. Awesome. Northern Canada. Okay, so you guys, check this out. You love some cryptid? Yeah, you know what? So do I, man. That's why I'm doing this podcast. For those of you jumping in who don't know who I am Dano. I am your host. I am the creator. I am the founder of the Cryptid podcast. I started this podcast for selfish reasons. And the reason I mean that, when I mean selfish, is I needed to have some type of validation on what I had seen when I was 12. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one, and other encounters that I had. I wanted to make sure that, I'm not making this stuff up, or I'm not going crazy. And so I was looking for other people who've had similar encounters, and I found that tenfold. So what did I see? I saw a female Sasquatch when I was 12 years old. My brother saw two juveniles, and we knew of at least two more Sasquatch on our property when we were kids. So yeah. But you know, Sasquatch, you guys, is not the only thing I've seen. I've had paranormal encounters throughout my life, and you guys got to understand. I hate using the term broken home. When I was a kid, my parents decided to divorce when I was really young. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And so I moved. Oh, I'll describe how what she looked like. I moved around a lot. My dad was like my rock. He was the hub. Um, I well, thank you so much. Um, both my parents were married 4 times. Um, Whenever one of my step parents didn't like me or couldn't handle me. So mysteries unknown. Please send Josh and his wife my thoughts. I will. At Cryptid Seeker, I will. So whenever one of my step parents got tired of me, they convinced my mom or my dad to send me to live with the other parent. Um, so I've lived in many different parts of the United States. I've encountered many different things. I was kind of a hellion. Um, I would, if there were any woods around where I lived, I made sure I explored those woods. I'd skip school and go fishing down in the river or stream that was nearby. Spent a lot of time by myself, a lot of times riding my bike, or walking or running, um, usually out in old farmland or out in the country, in the woods. So that's what I did, a lot of stuff, you know. Um, so I kind of opened myself up to all these different encounters, not because I wanted them, it's just that it happened. Muhammad, Persian Gulf or Arabian Gulf? See, man, I just say the Gulf. Jeremiah, what is up? Persian Gulf or Arabian Gulf? Again, man, I don't know, man. Now you're gonna have me think about that all day today. So, but yeah, so I always did a lot of stuff. You know, I've always been urban and love hearing you know, I lived in small cities. I lived in big cities. I prefer the country. I prefer the woods. I prefer, you know, if I could afford it, I would buy a plot of land up in the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'd buy a huge patch of land, build my house as far back in that land as I possibly can, because I just don't want to be around, you know, strange people, strangers. And I'm not saying strange people, but strangers, because I deal with a lot of garbage every single day. So, yeah, Jens. A Youper, yeah. A Youper, yeah. But anyway, so I drop new episodes every Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You know, Daniel Smith, I have not, and I'm trying to get, see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get more military encounters on the channel. I've got a couple. I was stationed at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, and I know that base is crazy, crazy, crazy. Darren, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. But Daniel, yeah, I've seen a ton of stuff at F.E. Warren Air Force Base. I've seen a ton of stuff at the base I was stationed at in Germany. I've got a couple of more people that are sending me emails and things like that. So it's crazy. You know, Jojo, you're right. It is hard. It's hard for them. So here's the thing, you guys. Okay, I'm getting scatterbrained here because I'm just trying to talk with everybody here. So I'm getting scatterbrained. So let me do this. Again, Wednesdays and Fridays, 1 p.m. Central Time, new episodes drop. Once a month, I do a Saturday release episode, and members of the channel get early access to that. Once a month, or maybe once every 2 months, I'll do a 2 for Friday, which I drop 2 new episodes on a Friday. Today is not one of those Fridays. And then every single Saturday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time, I do a Saturday night live stream where I talk about a specific incident or an encounter, or I talk about a specific cryptid, or I talk about a generalized cryptid group, like water cryptids, mountain cryptids, things like that. Um, so yeah, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, it's $2.99 for membership. With that, you get early access to that Saturday show. And then I'm going to be doing giveaways periodically. Like we just had one ended today. But we'll do, maybe a couple months down, I'll be doing another giveaway. So let's see, what else do I like to talk about here? Not only do I talk about, cryptids, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, what do you want to call them, yowies, whatnot, but I also talk about aliens. I also talk about UFOs. I don't mess around with the paranormal on my channel, but I love hearing these encounters. I absolutely love hearing these paranormal encounters. I've had a lot of paranormal encounters myself, and yeah. So someone asked, what did the Bigfoot look like when I saw her? Whoa. Team Wood America. Let's see. How do you name? Okay, you know what, dude? You need to chill out with your crap, man. Team Wood America. Okay, guess what, dude? You're just gone. Not having that crap. Listen, look, Chavez got it before me. So someone asked me, MP caught one on thermal, outran the Jeep. Oh, I got to hear that, man. So this is when I was 12 years old, my dad, my little brother, and I, we were coming home from Tacoma. We lived out in Graham, Washington. And when, let's see, mistakes are classic. Okay, poet, hold that thought. So when my brother and I and my dad were coming home, it was late at night, probably between 11 and midnight. We were driving down this gravel road that we lived off of, and I saw some eye shine. And as we got closer, I kept asking my dad to turn the brights on. I'm just kind of paraphrasing the story because it's a long one, and I want to get to a lot of questions. So when the road kind of had dips and things like that on there. Oh, good. Did he get? Hey, Chavez, did he try to pop on again with some garbage comment? Thanks for putting him in timeout. I appreciate that. As we were coming up this little rise in our road, my dad turned on his brights, and he had these new driving lights that he angled out so he could see both of both sides of the road clearly, because there's a lot of wildlife out here, deer, everything. And when he turned on those lights, not even 20-25 feet in front of the car, there she was. And I say it was definitely female. She stood up because she was kind of squatting down. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know if there was something in the road. I don't remember. But she stood up and she kept standing straight up. I didn't think she was going to ever stop standing up. And no, this was in Washington State, JoJo. In Graham, Washington. She lifted her hand up like this. What's up, Boone? I'll see you tonight, brother. To block the light with her hand. Saw all of the hair hanging off of her forearm area, and she kind of turned to like face us in a way. Saw her chest, and as soon as I saw her face, her brow ridge. Her face is like a black color, a nose kind of like mine or yours, but bigger, on a bigger scale. Thin upper lip, no hair on the face area around this area right here, but had hair coming down like this. As soon as I'm not saying I made eye contact, but as soon as I saw her eyes, I immediately jumped down into the floorboard of the car. And as you know, what surprised me is my dad did not speed up and he didn't slow down. he just kept a steady speed. And when I thought we were past the spot where she was at, I kind of looked up and looked out the window, and there she was, still standing off into the woods, right on the side. Um, yeah, no, I did see her face, and there's more to that story, but yeah, she was roughly 7.5 feet tall, probably weighed, I don't know, maybe 500 pounds, maybe a little more than 500 pounds. Um, the best way I can describe her body was just like Patty from the Patterson Gimlin film, but she wasn't as big. She wasn't as husky. Um, Very broad shoulders, dark, like dark. It wasn't black. It was kind of like a charcoal gray, but a darker charcoal gray. And yeah, that's what she looked like. So that's the encounter that I had when I was 12 years old. And there's more to that encounter, not just seeing her. There's more to that encounter, and I'll tell it sometime. I mean, I've already told it on a couple of podcasts. I'll probably tell it on Boone County tonight. So, and here's the thing, you guys. This encounter was not a scary encounter. It really was not. She did not show. She never showed any hostility. And here's the thing, you guys. We lived in this property for a year and a half. So there were multiple times where we had encounters with what my dad and my brother and I believe was a family unit living in this area. That's funny, man. Your mother-in-law. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, so tonight, you guys, again, I'm going to be doing a live stream interview with Luca T. Jacobs. She's in Australia, and we're going to talk about some of her literature. She writes fictional books that relate to cryptids. We're going to talk about maybe some stories that she's heard from people that have relayed them to her. I believe her partner may have had an encounter with a Yowie. Maybe talk about that. And yeah. So, Poet, you asked a question. Let me see if I can get back to your question here real quick. Let's see here. Any thoughts on rakes being commonly mistaken or a class of skinwalkers? I don't believe they are the same. I here's the thing, Poet. I believe the same thing. Skinwalkers are different than rakes. When I was 17 years old, so it was the summer before so I was 17 years old, summer before my senior year in high school in Tennessee. Hello from Washington. I grew up in Auburn, had multiple Sasquatch encounters, but all on the Olympic Peninsula. Cloud Nectar, what's up? Please email me, the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. I was in Graham, Washington when I had my sighting. I was in a little north, I want to say maybe northeast of Aberdeen, Washington, when I had two other ones. What's up there, Steamboat? What are your thoughts on Nevada desert? So many stories out there. I don't know any of the stories from the Nevada desert. But again, Poet, back to your question. I honestly believe I saw a rake when I was the summer before my senior year of high school in Tennessee. So, yeah, Olympic Peninsula is crazy active. Crazy active. Had a UFO chase me in 2007. Southern Illinois changed my life. Okay, is it Burp? Terp? I'll just call you B4L. Please email me, the Cryptid Podcast at 72. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. Send me an email. I'd love to hear your story, man. I believe you see mother and child crossing regions a lot. Really? You did make it. Hey, son. Yeah, well, I haven't really heard like anything. I mean, I know they're in Nevada. There's no doubt about it. But I've never heard any like specific stories about what's coming out of the Nevada desert. Nellis Air Force Base, I believe, is in that area as well. And I'm sure that there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Um, so what else do we got going on here? Imagine trying to dot the whole map. It's crazy. BC has two tied for number ones. Yeah, Vancouver, BC is crazy. Tall whites. What are tall whites? I see now. I gotta look at something like that. Nevada tall white. What? How come I'm not here? I'm the last one hearing about all this type of stuff. Aliens, tall whites. Okay. Aliens. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, here's the thing. I'm not I'm not I'm not afraid to talk about aliens. I've had a guest on talked about the mantis aliens, which is very, very intriguing to me. I've had a couple UFO stories pop on. I had a UFO encounter when I was a junior in high school. Um, that thing was crazy. So since that time, I'm always looking up in the up in the sky. Legends of witnesses of Yetis. Yeah, for sure. Even to just recently, I want to say it was this past year. Um, some Indian military, I'm not saying special forces, but like a special group of like mountaineers, military mountaineers, ski patrols, things like that, came across some giant footsteps and a trackway. They believe was a Yeti. So, Natalie, what's up? What's going on? Hello, Natalie. Wow, I'm telling you guys, I love seeing this. I'm trying to keep up with if I'm missing any questions. How does okay? Nordics, tall, white, beautiful looking. So much encounters in Bankhead Forest in Alabama. After I posted mine, Darren, send me an email. I'd like to hear about yours, man. Description more or less same. Some families even claim married. Really? Married a captured Yeti? No, thank you. No. I'm not saying I don't believe it. That's not something I would ever do. Let's see. Oh, you guys, listen to you guys are crazy. So again, this is what I got coming up. I got an episode dropping today at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a Dogman encounter. It's pretty crazy. Also, I have a live stream interview tonight with Luca T. Jacobs. Fantastic. I'm super excited. Tomorrow I have an interview at 5:30 with somebody. Dogman or Sasquatch, we're not sure. And then I have the Saturday night live stream. I'm going to be talking about one of the stories I'm going to be talking about, you guys, is it's going to be the East Texas Golem. Now, not Golem like a golem, like but Gollum from like the Lord of the Rings. So, I do believe I saw a rake back in 2008 in the Forest of Dean. Okay, poet, where are you from? The Peckham poet, where are you from? It's a chupacabra. What's a chupacabra? '74. That's perfect weather. In Scotland, that's one place I'm upset that I didn't visit when I was stationed in Germany, is Scotland. G'day from Australia. G'day, mate. We've got two Aussies in the chat right now. Landon, Thanks for joining the chat, man. I appreciate you. Okay, anybody who is new to the channel, if you don't know who I am Dano. I am the host of the Cryptid Podcast. My name's Dano. I'm your guy. If you've had an encounter and you'd like to come on the show, or if you've had an encounter and you would just like to tell me what it was, please email me at thecryptidpodcast72@gmail.com, thecryptidpodcast72@gmail.com. I release episodes every Wednesday and Friday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do a Saturday night live stream every Sunday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Thanks, Chavez, for putting that up there, buddy. I do once a month, I do a Saturday released episode. And if you're a member of the Cryptid Podcast, $2.99 is the price to be from London, England. To become a member, it's $2.99 for membership. With that, you get early access to that Saturday release show. And I do giveaways every so often. So right now, I just had one that ended today, so I'll be picking the winner probably sometime tomorrow. It's just my way of saying thank you for, to the members for joining. And then, yeah, rake encounters are scary stuff. Oh, what else do I got going on? Oh, you guys, so me and Josh Smith from Mysteries Unknown, he's like my brother. We're working on a website. We'll be releasing, hopefully next week, we'll be dropping the website. Certain things keep popping up to where it's preventing us from getting everything fine-tuned to do that release, but when we do, we'll let you guys know. We're pretty excited about it. So we had 42 yesterday. It was amazing. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, you guys, it was 66 here, but it's just going to get absolutely stupid hot today. So, yeah. Perth. All right, so let's see. What time is it right now? Got me for about another 20 minutes. So let's do a real quick question and answer, Q&A. Any questions? We got 3 Aussies in the chat. I like to see that. I'm gonna tell you right now, Australia, right now, I checked my demographic, and my number 1 place, of course, is the United States that watch my content. Number 2 is Canada, and number 3 is the UK, but not by much. Number 4, which could easily turn into number 3, is Australia. Okay, so let's see. Merch. Yes, I am going to have merch. I have... Right now, what I have is I have stickers. Okay? We have stickers. I'm working on a design for a hat. I want to do t-shirts and a couple other things. So yeah, I'll be definitely having that. Yeah, so Landon, I am always on the look for a Yowie encounter. So, Natalie, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. So you Aussies, y'all need to stop being so tight-lipped with your whole Yowie. Because I know people have had Yowie encounters. I just can't find them. And every time I do talk to them, they lead on to it. Oh yeah, I saw a Yowie. And then they get tight-lipped and they don't say nothing. So if you know someone that's had a Yowie encounter, tell them to come up off that story, give me a holler, and so I can get them on my show. So stop being tight-lipped. Let's see what else we got going on here. So hey, I want to talk about the Yowie. So how many of you guys out there have watched Naked and Afraid? Because I just saw, and I'm going to try to find that episode, but I just saw a little clip from the episode where 2 of the people were out walking around. Yeah, I know they're rare, but I saw a Yowie out in Maui. Yeah, Lasmatic, you got me there, brother. Jake, what's up, buddy? I just learned the other day about a brown jack. I want to know about the brown jack. I looked it up and it was very vague on what they were. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, dude, please get your mates to come on. Chavez, drop my email again, please, if you could. But on this episode of the Naked and Afraid, you had two Americans that are out there in the out there in the Australian bush, and they go, "Oh, look, what is this?" And they're thinking it was like some type of a nest or whatever, and they come back to their camp and they start talking to people. You're in Roseville right now. You're not far away from me. Well, I'm in Bloomington, but so these Americans, these Yanks, they come back to the little camp that they have with the other couple or other person or two people that are in their little camp or whatever, and they start talking about you're co-hosting on Texas Front Porch next Tuesday, interviewing River Morris, Aboriginal elder, lots of encounters. Jojo, you got to help me out, like for real. Help me out. Cryptids, what's happening here? Okay, is it omnivore or univore? So we're talking about cryptids: Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yowies, brown jacks. They're little fellas. Cryptids, that type of stuff. That's what we're talking about. Jojo, please, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But anyway, so they go back to the little base camp and they're telling me, yeah, we found this thing. It looks like a big nest and blah, 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 blah. Well, then somebody, like one of the producers or one like the cameraman or whatever, they get on the radio and they talk to somebody. Well, then a producer comes out and said, what did you, ask them, what did you guys find? What did you guys, you guys need to stay away from that area. The Department of the Interior said you guys need to completely stay away from that area because it's like a rare endangered animal, and that's one of their nesting sites. And one of the people comes straight out and go, so you mean to tell me it's like a Sasquatch, like Bigfoot? And the producer was like, well, yeah. And so I thought that was pretty cool. Bunyips are real and scary, do tell. The Puckwiggies, yeah, those guys, I heard they're malevolent little folk. Corey, what's going on, buddy? Little hairy bungyip sitting in the brush waiting for a moan. What's a MOIN? What's a moan? What do I think about that's causing missing 411 phenomenon? You know what, Burpees, that's a great question. Here's my thing. Here's my thoughts about missing 411. If you're looking at a pie chart, if it's cryptid involved, it's like 1% or less. I think missing 411 has everything to do with environment, people who are unskilled going out to try to do something because they think they can do it, mental issues, they're just going out there to disappear, they don't want to be found, foul play, that type of stuff. Okay, Maine, well, I'm a witchcraft practitioner. We deal with every day. Okay, I don't like to mess with witchcraft and things like that. I mean, if that's your thing, that's awesome. I don't talk about it. It's just something I don't want to mess with. Yowies are believed to be much bigger than the other three types. Whoa, wait a minute. You mean three type? You got three different types of Yowies or Bigfoot type cryptids in Australia? See, I like a lot of David Paulides' stuff. I really do. But he catches a lot of heat. A lot of people talk trash about David Paulides because they say he withholds information or he kind of changes it up a little bit to fit a narrative. And he's a lot of people say, oh, well, he's trying to, you know, gain fame and notoriety and profit off of the loss of these people, which I really don't know. So a Moan is a short term for a bunge up mating. Money is short in an animalistic way. With hairy little have groups. Okay, whoa, okay. I didn't need to read all that. Right, Patman, Texas, like lead into the Boggy Creek. Yep, absolutely. Thanks. Hey, everybody says he loved my hat. Thank you so much. This is a gift from my wife, believe it or not, even though she thinks this is a bunch of bunk. Um, um, but she, I guess, humors me. Todd Standing is awesome. Okay, Landon. Now this is my thing. Okay, I 100% believe that Todd Standing had encounters. I believe, beyond the shadow of doubt, he has had some encounters up in the area that he investigates, and spends, from what I understand, he spends over 125, 130 days in this area. So I truly believe he's encountered something, seen something, heard something, found something. Do I believe everything he's trying to put out there? Absolutely, I do not. Pixie, what's going on? Pixie, little girl. I've been having a lot of scary thoughts about AI recently. I believe it will be ruin humanity. If we don't keep things in check, anything can ruin humanity. So we, as a people, as the human race, we need to keep things in check. So, been mermaid sightings, missing 411s in a huge lake in Georgia. Pixie is Steamboat's dog. She's a cute little dog. Why is it when the brown eye wings the whole... Well, you know what? That's because you probably ate something that didn't agree with you. So. Oh, I take care of my wife all the time. I put a roof over her head. I buy her jewelry. I tell her I love her every single day. My wife is the absolute greatest person I know. Any more questions? You guys got me for like another 8 minutes. While I'm looking around, just making sure nobody's walking up on my truck while I'm out here. See, they told Todd Standing on an episode of Finding Bigfoot, he basically dismissed him on an episode. Is he legit? Okay, so is Todd Standing legit? Yes, to a certain extent. I don't believe everything he's putting out there. I can't. I have my own reasons for it. I don't try to change anybody's ideas of what they think about Todd Standing. I think Todd Standing is out there a lot, and so the probability of him running into one of these things, seeing one of these things, encountering one of these things is very high. And there's, but there's some of the stuff that he puts out I think is very far-fetched. But for the most part, I think Todd Standing is a very, very, very good investigator and researcher. I think he's found incredible things out there. But I don't believe everything that he puts out there. Yes, Hulk Hogan did pass away. That's sad. We lost Ozzy. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner. We lost a jazz musician. I know his name, but I don't remember. I think it's Chuck something. We lost him. So, we've lost quite a few people in the last 2 weeks. So, what do I think of Dogman? I think Dogman is a malevolent creature. I've never seen one, but there has been a sighting about 40 minutes from my house, and then there's been a couple more sightings up north around Two Harbors and Duluth area. Goat Man, I would love to hear a Goat Man. encounter. Yeah, Connie Francis. Yep. Yep, Chuck. Michael Madison. Oh, that's right. Well, they say it happens in threes. I'll tell you right now, we had three. You know, we had what 6 people pass away like in the last 2 weeks. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, Steve. Come on, man. Yeah, I want to hear. I want to definitely find. What state am I from? What state are you from? Okay. I'll just give you the lowdown. So originally I was born in Belgium because my dad was in the military. I grew up in Washington State, lived in Tennessee because my mom um, moved to different states. I lived in West Virginia for a while. That's where her family's from. Tennessee for a while, Montana, Texas. But I consider my home state Washington State. And then right now I currently reside in Minnesota. Chavez, you leaving? Yeah, Goatman's terrifying. I gotta look. I gotta try to find some stuff. My opinion is not good for Bigfoot community. He makes it harder for real investigators to take. Absolutely, and again, I believe the same thing as well, because he's putting so much stuff out there that is, in my opinion, is very, very questionable, highly questionable. But I believe his early stuff, you know, that's more realistic to me. Skinwalker Ranch, I've never been there. I can't say yes or no as a hoax because I need to be in an area. I need to see. I need to experience something for myself. Pigman, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Someone asked, "What are my thoughts on lake cryptids, like lake monsters?" I believe they're real. Um, if you say monsters, like lake monsters, I definitely believe lake monsters are real because you have sturgeon. You've got fish out there so darn big that they're nothing. I mean, yeah, they're fish, but they're monsters. They're huge. Uh, Loch Ness monster, Pogo. I don't even remember the name of it. Champ from Lake Champlain. Mermen and mermaids, absolutely. Again, I tend to believe, yeah, there are mermaids or mermen out there. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster would definitely count. Nessie? Come on now. Nessie's one of the OG cryptids. Absolutely. Nessie is definitely an OG cryptid. I'd even like to talk about the Jersey Devil. You know, people said they've seen the Jersey Devil. I spent some time in the Pine Barrens. So, Jojo, it's awesome to have you on. Jojo, please send me an email, the cryptidpodcast72 at gmail.com. The cryptidpodcast72 at gmail.com. Send me an email. I'd like to be in touch with you, kind of bounce some stuff off of you, and then if you can get me in touch with a couple of people, that'd be great. Okay. It's a Phlox. Hello, how are you? Have you ever had yes, I have. I've had a total of 5 cryptid encounters. One was a sighting. The other ones were so 2, I was escorted out of the woods. Well, my dad, me, my brother, my uncle, his friend, 2 of his neighbors, and their kids. We were all escorted out of the woods one time, and it wasn't a very pleasant experience. My brother and I were escorted out of the woods in 92. 92 was the last encounter I had, and the last time I ever went deep in the woods. So, yes, I have. Yeah, absolutely. Constantine, that's 100% true. Um, there were a group of divers that were diving underneath the Narrows Bridge in Washington State, and they came up really, really quick. Their dive did not last long because they said they saw an octopus down there that was so big that it could literally wrap its entire body around like a Volkswagen Bug. So you can't find my Gmail for nothing. It's the Cryptid. Make sure you're spelling that right. Podcast 72 at gmail.com. Constantine, can you put that up one more time? Por favor. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. There we go. Santiago, I have knife and rope. Shit. Listen, Bobby, for real, man, no, you don't need to end it, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, man, do not end nothing right now. And if you're talking about harming yourself, man, you can't take a permanent solution for a temporary issue. You really can't. Because believe it or not, man, you matter and you count. Well, Steve, whether or not Bobby's just trolling or not, that's just something I've lost friends because of that, and I just don't want to see anybody. Because here's the thing: we all go through bad moments in our life. We all go to an area where we think that we have no other recourse but to do something like that, and there's really no reason to do that because tomorrow is honestly a better day. Tomorrow is a better day than it is today. Because there's no problem that you can't fix in time. So the thing is no. Because you look at it this way, man. You may not think that you're significant, but you are significant. You are an important person. I mean, you're part of the cryptid community, man. You jumped in here to say hi, and you're reaching out for help, and that's what I'm trying here to do, man, is help you. Like, for real, there's no reason to ever do that. There's nothing. Malik, what's going on? So you don't need to go down that road, man. No reason. You matter. A lot of people think that they don't matter, and you do matter. I look at it this way, man. If I'm in a situation where I feel that I am down and out, and I'm feeling lonely or I'm feeling sad or whatnot, I mean, you may not think about this, but I definitely I pray. And it works. For real, it works. So if I offend anybody here, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. But I am going to say this. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask you go to Bobby in the chat right now, and you rest your hands upon his shoulders, Lord. Let him know that you are with him, and let him know that he matters. He is important. He may be a stranger to me. He may be a stranger to everybody else in here, but he's not a stranger to you. You've known him before his parents knew him, Lord. And right now, he really, truly needs you. So I ask that you go to him and embrace him and let him know that everything is okay. That he should give his issues to you because you're asking for them. Take that burden and that thought off of his heart and out of his head, Lord. Lighten him, bring him peace, and bring him blessings, Lord. And let him know that it's okay to feel the way that he's feeling, but it's not okay to act on those feelings. Let him know that you're with him. Let him know that we're all with him and that we hear him and we see him and we acknowledge him. He is a child of God. He is one of your children, Lord. And I ask that you just go to him right now and embrace him and bring him peace. Let him know he is okay. tomorrow will be a better day than it is today. Promise him that and let him know. Lord Almighty, lift him up. In your name I pray. Amen. I am in Minnesota. All right, you guys. I am sorry, but I have to get into the office. It's been a rough week for a lot of people. It really has. So I just want to let you know, Bobby, I hear you, I see you, and I would love to see you jump into my live tonight. I'd love to see you jump into my live tomorrow night, and I'd love to see you jump in on Monday. Because you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Monday through Friday, this is just a little test week, but Monday through Friday, I am going to start doing these mornings with Dano. Jump in next week as well. Everybody, I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I truly appreciate everything you guys do. If I didn't get to your questions, I apologize. Chavez, drop my email one more time. You guys, copy that email down. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. Send me an email. Just don't get crazy with it. Okay, I don't need any pictures, if you know what I'm saying. I don't need any pictures. That's one way to get banned real quick. But I'm just going to tell you guys, I truly appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Because without you guys, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able having a good time. Because you guys, this is therapy for me too. This gets me ready for my work day. I got to go into a building where I don't get to see outside that often. Okay, so I'm going to hang out with you guys as much as I possibly can. All right. Again, shoot me an email, thecryptidpodcast72 at gmail.com. If you'd like to be on the show, you had an encounter, you want to tell me a story, I want to hear it. And as my buddy Josh always says, from Mysteries Unknown, stay prayed up, everybody. And as I always like to say, remember, a legend always begins with a sighting. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Check me out tonight, 7:30 Central Standard Time, a live interview with Luca T. Jacobs. And tomorrow night, 8:30 Central Standard Time for our Saturday night live stream. And Tamor, sorry, hello, but we're leaving, brother. I got to get into work. So I'm doing well. I hope you're doing fantastic. Catch me tonight, 7:30 Central Standard Time for a live stream. Peace out, everybody. Talk to you later.